Hey guys, it's Robin, RsIslandCrafts, and this is Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, August 28th, 2018. It's the last Tuesday of August. I have had a very calm and quiet week this week. Not too much happening in the craft room either. You know, sometimes our weeks are just calm and simple and quiet, and that's perfectly fine because everyone needs a calm and quiet week. I think our biggest thing this week is I've disrupted the entire household. Well, it's hubby and I, so the household consists of 2 people. So how much trouble can I cause, right? I can cause a lot of trouble. But since hubby and I don't know if a lot of you know, but we both have our own injuries and chronic pain and problems and stuff that neither one of us are able to actually work outside of the house. So we're both home together every day, all the time. I hang out in my craft room and hubby watches his TV and he watches different westerns and movies like that, so it's fine. But what I've decided to do, well, I made the suggestion and I let hubby sit on it for about a year, and he's decided it sounded like a good idea. We've done what my grandparents always did, so it makes me feel much older than I am, but we've decided, I know, get on with it, Robin, you're dragging it out. We've decided that we're going to eat our biggest meal of the day at noon instead of at 5 o'clock at night. I know, earth-shattering news, right? But this is my life, and this is what you're getting every Tuesday. A little bit of snippet into my regular life and a little bit into my crafting life. So a lot of times we're not that hungry at night, or it's been really hot in the summer and you don't want to put a lot of food on your stomach and then go to bed a few hours later, and certain meals like tacos and stuff are a little heavier and they sit with you for a while. So we decided we're going to have our big meal at noon, and then at 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock, whenever we want, we can have a grilled cheese sandwich, a bowl of cereal, some eggs, some leftovers from our big time lunch. The thing I'm having a problem with is it's no longer lunch, and my grandparents used to call it dinner. So you have dinner at 12 o'clock and then you have supper at night. But I've always had dinner at night and I've never had supper, so I'm at a loss. I think I'm just going to call them all dinner. We're going to eat breakfast in the morning, and we're going to eat dinner at noon, and we're going to eat dinner at night. But so it's kind of, what it's done is it's thrown my crafting life into a little bit of an uproar, because I had kind of a routine of what I do throughout the day. You stop here and grab some quick lunch, and then you stop here and you have to make dinner. But what I've noticed is I do all my household chores and stuff in the morning and get everything all organized. I answer you guys' comments. I try to do that in the morning so that by the time I'm done with lunch, then I can start crafting. But then when I start crafting about 12, 1 o'clock, I have to stop at like 4 o'clock or even earlier to put things away so I can go and start making dinner, because we've gotten in a habit of eating dinner earlier, because when the kids got out of school they were always hungry, and when hubby got home from work it was a good time. Now I work nights, so whenever you ate dinner it didn't really matter to me. I worked 5 p.m. to 1:30 a.m. shifts, so I always made sure dinner was cooking as I walked out the door, so all they had to do was finish it up, take it out of the oven or whatever, and they'd have dinner. But anyway, so I find I got really into my crafting around 3 o'clock, just to have to stop at 3:30, 4 o'clock to get everything cleaned up and go make dinner. So now I make dinner at 11 in the morning, and now I can craft from 12 o'clock all the way till bedtime if I want. So I'm just trying to find a bit of a routine. And now that sounds like a really good thing, crafting all afternoon and into the wee hours of the night. But we have 3 cats and a dog. They sleep all morning and they get up about 3:30 in the afternoon. So just when I'm really getting into a project, they decide that they want to get up and they want to have something to eat, they want to play, they want to lay on the table and pester me. So I'm getting disturbed constantly at those hours. So I'm trying to just fit this new routine in, and it's going to take a couple weeks. I'll find a new rhythm and everything will be fine. But until then, for me, what I'm going to show you in a second is just a little bit of crafting. I didn't get a whole lot done. Now, I know you guys always tease me when I say I don't think I got that much done this week, but these are the 4 projects that I've worked on this week. So I have got progress on my projects, but because of this whole new schedule I'm trying to figure out, I really didn't get that much done. I'm kind of feeling a little bit off. Like I said, it takes a little bit for me to get into a new routine. I don't like strict structure to where, you know, this time, but I do kind of like to, I shower at the same time every day. I eat lunch about the same time every day. I kind of like to know as my weeks go on and my days go through the week kind of basically where I'm going to be. So my schedule's all tipsy-turvied, and this is what I've worked on. So for me, 4 projects like this, and some of it's not much at all, that's very not much. So on my 2 wall hangings, I just had my facing stitched down and I pressed it. I put all my clips on to hold a nice seam, a nice edge when I pressed it. So that's as far as I got there. You know, anyone who sews knows it does only take but a few minutes to actually get your binding, which similar facing is basically the same. You're just stitching it on and folding it all the way over instead of making a framework. So that didn't take me very long. I cast on a new hat, so I did get past the brim. I don't think I showed this at all last week, did I? So I got past the brim, and I'm starting into the crown of the hat. So now I do have several hours into this because I'm doubling my yarn up, and it took me a little bit longer to get through this ribbing section because of that. And my other project is my pretty little gray, I'm going to call it a gradient. It feels kind of gradient to me. So I got some work done on the shawl. Now this is probably the project that I put the most time into. It goes really quick when you're in the beginning, and I was right about here before I showed it to you last time. So I've done quite a bit of work on it, but now I'm starting to get into the lace section where you start to see all the different little holes through there. See how it's got a whole bunch of holes? So the rest of this shawl is going to be all lace now. I don't know, sometimes I think lace actually goes faster for me than the basic stockinette or the garter stitch. So I should be able to go through this nice and easy. But that's it for me this week, guys. I just had those 4 little projects. I hope everyone's settling into their new routines. I know school started in most places now, but there's still a few little holdouts that are starting up after Labor Day. So I hope everyone settles into a nice new routine and they get this school year off to a good start. I'll see you all next week. Bye!